such a good tool for working on the back end of the bike. And you can put a jack under the exhaust to lift the front up, or you can buy the fancy thing for 60 quid, whatever it is. The jack works, so using this today. It's a new one. I normally use the aerosol types, but I'd save some money. And let's just hope it's as good as they say. The writing is absolutely tiny, but it says apply the drivetrain cleaner directly to the drivetrain or contaminated surface. Allow it to soak for 5 minutes, rinse off with water, which I don't like, but I need to wash the bike anyway. Can be used through a chain cleaning cassette. Agitate with a brush. We're going to, let's see. A bit messy this. Notice having double exhaust means I won't have much room to get in. Straight away the trigger seems to not bounce back very fast. That's why I like aerosols. The trigger don't really recoil, if that's the right word. Back to a full spray, like I'm probably going to spraying too fast, but why would I not want to spray fast when I'm turning the wheel? And this is where I should have followed some advice I've seen, where you mark the chain to see where you started. But you can see where I started, it's now wet. So it seems, yeah. I'm also going to cover the sprocket. Oh, this trigger's shit. Oh, a few sprays, it takes ages to come back. Passing that feedback on. Cover that part of the wheel as well. Not convinced. This was 12 quid. So I've used that much, so we're only going to get 3 or 4 chain cleans out of it, and I don't think I've used too much either. The aerosols that you get are about 7 or 8 quid. Do want to get about 2 or 3 out of that, 2 out of that as well. Might as well see if it's good value, won't we? I'm using a brand new muck off brush today because we get bought loads for birthdays and Christmases. I'll leave it 5 minutes and then agitate it. Getting right onto the teeth with this. Sometimes get like a lip of build up of gunk. Using the chain wax at the minute, so that tends to gunk up a bit more, but it's good. Yeah, this is probably the hardest way I've ever done it. This clean as shit. Not dissolved. I mean, it's been on there a few minutes. I'm agitating it. It's not cleaning any more than, I don't know, WD-40 would. If you're doing it this messy way. I've used kerosene before. I don't like it. I don't, if either way I'm using it, or when I use kerosene, I find like the O-rings, X-rings diminish really quickly. This is shite stuff. I'm really not impressed with it at all. But I shall leave it for another few minutes and then see if it actually does rinse off. It could end up being amazing. I've also noticed the chain's a bit slack. Not too bad just there. So I'll be. Oh, actually. Some tight spots and loose spots in the chain, as you can see. So I think I'll just quickly adjust that a tad. Just undo these two. It's a good one washing back, otherwise once I've done this I just found a different much cleaner way of cleaning that. It's not so bad if you're getting messy anyway, is it? Right there. So let's get our X bit set out. That's 8mm X bit. I'll just use my torque wrench for this because it fits. If we're set to slightly loose them off, a bit more than that I think. Yeah. Same on the other side. I hope the camera's picking this up. First time I've wore a chest mount for this kind of stuff. And then we need the bigger one in here, this one. And you have to put it onto Tighten. That goes in there. And you just very, very slightly turn that, a gradual tiny bit. You'll see it does a lot. But as you flex that chain, it takes it back a tiny bit. Let's move the wheel. Mm tolerance that. And then before tightening up, make sure those lines, yeah, they're perfect. It's already on tighten, but we need to drop this down to 65 Newton meters. Not 64, but it's not going to make that much difference. See. 5. Shall I just turn that? Double check the lines. Yep, we're all good. So that's the chain slack adjusted. Bit loose there, but there's a tight bit, so you've got to go by the tight bit. It's like time to rinse off, I think. It's actually not rinsed off bad. You can see that. Oh, that's actually not bad. Go over that with a brush and that's going to be quite good. There's some grease behind there I've missed, but it does dissolve grease pretty good. And that was only on for 5-10 minutes, wasn't it? Bit of agitation, nothing major, and that's a pretty shiny chain. Obviously I'm open to ideas if you know something better than this. So I'm going to wash the bike now, and so that don't get wet after I've lubed it. Dry the chain, might air compressor it very gently. Dry the bike, make sure the wheel's clean. Anyway, I'll bring you back when I'm throwing some lube on. Really simple clean because it's got a nice layer of polish on it. It's not going to take much anyway, you should just run off this in a minute. That's the kind of trigger they need on it, fast action trigger. So I might be adapting one of these onto that bottle for next time, for a few spares. I don't use this on the bodyweight, by the way. So that just beads off. Because to be fair, the bike's not dirty. The front was a bit, but the rest of it's just dusty because it's been in the house. So it's not going to need much more than this. I know it's going to shock a few here, but not caked in shit. Because I've got some Williams water-free cleaner that I'll probably go over it with anyway. That partly gives it this, but there's also some that Fuso high gloss shine does this to it, makes it absolutely gorgeous. And just get my detailing brush just inside there. Now a great way to dry the bike is with this. Absolute brilliant. With a heater. It's actually a pet dryer. Absolute must have. especially if you're going to polish the bike after. You don't want water in there, because as you go over that, as you know, you polish it, you're drying it, and water gets in your polish. Absolute nightmare. Definitely got to bother that. Brilliant on there with things because it gets all the water out. And I know I've missed some bits with this cleaning. I'm going to go over it with something else anyway. It's really just a pre-wash, get the dust off. Williams waterless wash and wax. You can apply to the cloth as well if you want. Just gently apply it. You can do this on a dirty bike, but on plastics it's better to rinse the dust off first, otherwise you risk scratching it, whereas on these kind of proper painted surfaces it won't scratch it unless it's really grimy. And that's that, and just do that to the whole bike. The good thing about this Williams is it's really good on plastic. You don't even need really to rub it off, even though you can just slightly buff it. It just takes away that greyness. These need painting, but just use it anyway. This stuff's so nice. So nice on the plastics. Engine frame. It's great stuff. So, as you can see, when you've cleaned this, there's a guide rail just under there that needs to be cleaned off all that old crap that was on there. Use a screwdriver to push it under. This one's not actually too bad today. Every now and again I have to get the back wheel off to grease everything up and check it over, get this off as well and give it a really thorough degrease. There's a bit of, not all muck off stuff I use by the way, it just seems to be the shit I've got today. That cleans that really nice. So we'll pop some lube on this chain and then clean the back wheel. I do the wheels separate after I've cleaned the bike because the water dries rubbish on them anyway. Put a cloth under the cap and I spray into the links on the underside of the chain. Camera keeps dropping. I spray into the links on the underside of the chain. As it goes around with the force, it forces the lube through the O-rings, but I do put a bit on the back anyway. And it's nice and gentle. I rest it on the exhaust on this bike because it actually keeps it still, hits both O-rings. Not sure you can see, this video's stupid. There we go. And I'll put some just in the back of here. And yes, it does fling a little bit, but not as bad as some. I've used many over the years and this one's one of the better ones for not flinging horribly. It's banana slip, true tension, chain wax. I find the waxes don't fling anywhere near as bad as the chain, normal chain lube. And yeah, it smells of bananas. Don't know why anyone would care. I'll use some hot water to clean the tyre, and that's pretty much chain done. Front tyre, front wheel will get cleaned as well. All ready for tomorrow. If you can see that very good. It's a few finishing touches which I won't bore you with, but yeah, I think that chain cleaner wasn't too bad. Just a quick extra, the beading you saw at the beginning when I rinsed the bike was a Soft 99 Luxury Gloss liquid type wax. Let's put a bit on. buff with one cloth. And then with a really clean cloth, just go over it, and just you can feel how it glides over it. It's a beautiful finisher, especially if you've polished it so the paint's nice and smooth, or even if you've just washed it. Such a lovely product. Beautiful. And I use this on the visors, and when it rains, the rain just runs straight off. Fantastic. You're welcome.